Louisiana Beer Reviews, Dogfish Head 120-minute IPA aged in Utopia barrels. The Imperial India Pale Ale, 17% alcohol. This bottle at least 12%. Now the website says 15 to 20, but this bottle specifically lists 17. Independent craft brewer, they say. There's the warning sign. The website says it was released in 2023. Beer Advocate has their oldest posting, they say, back to 2021, and it's probably because it was available on draft only at the brewery, probably on occasion. But now it's worldwide release, or nationwide release. I got this at Mathern's. It was $8.99 for the single. Little cheaper, 25-cent cheaper per bottle, I think, if you bought the 4-pack. So really not. It's about, like I said, even. Code makes no sense. What you have here is a very special version of our 120-minute IPA. Continually hopped over the entire boil, then aged for a year in freshly emptied Utopias barrels. Enjoy now or aged for a decade or so. Ought to buy one to age for a decade, but I wouldn't. I get tired of looking at it in the fridge for a decade. It says 2020, copyright 2022, Dogfish Head Craft Brewery. Milton, Delaware, in collaboration with the Boston Beer Company, which makes sense because they're owned by the Boston Beer Company. All right. Nice hiss. Now the original 120 that I bought 2 years ago, it was wonderful. Too strong though. I mean, they didn't have an ABV on the bottle. It was like a range, but not a specific like this one, 17. Nice smoke. Now they had a worldwide stout aged in Utopia barrels. That was one they did a few years ago. Never saw that for sale around here. No sediment. They don't list the IBUs. They don't give a glassware suggestion or anything. It's orange. It's just straight up. Ow, ant biting my barefoot. It's orange, translucent. Looks like pumpkin orange with the light shining through it. All right. Light shining at it. It's more brown than orange, but still that pumpkin look. Okay. Well, only 17%. Yeah, I think it was, yeah. Yep. About 50 cents more per bottle, I guess, because it's $34.99 for the 4-pack over there. The aroma. Smell the oak barrel. There's a lot of strong malt. They say they use high alpha hops when they start adding the hops, and then they just keep adding more and more. It's definitely filtered though. It's not hazy or full of gunk or anything like that. You get a pungent aroma of bread, white bread crust, different fruit like dates, raisin, golden raisin, prunes, stuff like that. There's no corn or rice added, so there's no adjunct. There's no flavoring added. It doesn't say malt beverage with natural flavors like some of these are saying these days. Like a fly is flying around the bottle. It's very strong in the nose. Like, it's more like a barley wine aroma than an IPA. I don't think too many people would smell this and guess IPA. I just don't think they would. Of any sort of any sort of IPA. They might think it's an English strong ale or a mid-Atlantic Coast Strong Ale. All right, taste. Cheers. Yeah, there's a fly, house fly. It's being attracted by this. Maybe think it's rotted vegetables, rotted fruit. I mean. It's just sort of like it's sort of like 90-minute IPA jacked up. Very sugary sweet. So the sweetness level is 4.5 out of 5 sugar cubes minimum. Bitterness level, four out of 5 hop cones. Heavy bodied. A little slickness, but not too much, honestly. It's pretty clean in the mouth, believe it or not. I never tried Utopias, by the way. I could have. I didn't want to pay that kind of money for the whole thing, or a sip. Either way, I wasn't paying it. The bread crust. It's kind of simple, really. You would think it's going to have a multiplicity of flavors, but I'm not seeing that, really. Definitely a sipper. Nougat, golden raisin, dates, apricots, Japanese plum. Too bad the hurricane knocked my Japanese plum. Loquat tree down. That was it for that. They got a lot over there. They're so high up in the air you'd have to have an extension ladder to pick them. That'd be very dangerous. I don't know about fig. Maybe. So it's just like those kind of, the kind of thing I'm thinking of, the fruit. No fruit. That's all coming from the hops. And maybe the barrel contact. I guess I'd rather the original 120, although it seemed hotter. I think the aging might have cooled it off, although it's still hot, 17%. I think the original 120 around here was probably 18. I say probably 18. Seemed like 18 or 19, but they said 16 to 20. Might have been. Yeah, I think the label said 16 to 20. Might have said 15, but I'm pretty sure it said 16. This is nice. I don't know about $8.99 a bottle. That's or even $8.49 a bottle. It's pushing it, but something to try. So yeah, I'll give it an A. 95 now. I pay sometimes $2.50 a bottle and get an A. So I thought for $8.99 it should come out at least at a low end 99, at the worst case scenario 99. But I assumed it'd be 100, 100 or higher. I thought it would either be top level of outstanding, or when you get above 100, now you're in world class. Meaning it's better than perfect. But this is not better than perfect. It's not perfect. It's not even. If it was perfect, it'd be 100. There's a chalkiness in the mouthfeel. Yeah. See, with these high gravity, especially lagers, they really evidence the chalk. They don't hold the high ABV so well. That's why they do all that flavored, a lot of flavored lagers. But then a lot of those are ales too, like at least, you know what I'm talking about, the flavored malt beverages. Many of them are flavored ales. They're not even lagered. They have like a top fermentation, but I think the flavoring kind of helps hide the chalkiness. I had some high gravity lagers from Europe, and just couldn't hide the chalk. This one is sort of doing it, but not as much as you thought. But it still is a 95. I'm still say most excellent. It's a most excellent product. Too strong. I mean, I think beer should not be this strong, but maybe I'm a weakling. I'd rather beer be around 5 to 6%. But it's a specialty item. I get that. So, Laissez Le Bon Temps Roulé, a 9.5 out of 10, a most excellent ale, so-called India Pale Ale from Dogfish Head / Boston Beer Company. I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Milton, Delaware, and take a Dogfish Head brewery tour.